This is Talk Business and Politics with Roby Brock.
Welcome to today's Talk Business and Politics Daily. I'm Roby Brock. We are talking FinTech Accelerator program. The third annual Venture Center FinTech Accelerator program is about to kick off here in Central Arkansas. Rob Lee, Chief Product Officer for FIS, a FinTech sponsor, the FinTech sponsor, is here with us. Rob, good to see you and good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
All right.
Great to be here.
Tell me a little bit about, I think we need to educate our audience just a little bit on what a FinTech, financial technology accelerator is, does, and what will happen in this 12-week program.
Absolutely. Well, it's really focused on finding great new startup companies. So these are companies that are fairly new, perhaps founded within the last year or so, may have a couple of customers, may have a product, may have a minimum viable product. And we're looking for those great innovative solutions that can help add to our ecosystem of FIS. We have a very broad product suite, but we're always looking for new innovations to bring to our clients. We have 20,000 clients globally, and they're hungry for new solutions. And we see the FinTech environment to be very active. And so in the accelerator, we'll bring those companies in. We had 270 or so applications.
Man, that is amazing.
It's great, global as well.
For what, 10, 12?
Get down to 10.
Yeah.
So we're down to 10. We picked the 10. We announced the 10 tonight with the governor, and who is a sponsor of the program as well, and we're excited about that. So during the next 12 weeks, we'll really mentor them, help them refine their business models, help them deal with the unique aspects of financial technology, because it's easy to launch an app. It's a little more difficult to launch that in a bank and have that compliant and make sure it's secure, so we'll help them with that.
Tell me what makes the one here in Little Rock through the Venture Center, what makes this accelerator program, because there's a bunch of them all over the world.
There are.
What makes this one unique? What makes it work, I guess? You guys have been with it since the beginning, so you're obviously seeing value from it.
We have, and we love Little Rock. First of all, our roots go deep here. This is actually the 50th year of the company. It's our anniversary. And we were founded here in Arkansas. Still
the
have
old
our first
systematics.
Exactly. So it's a very active group here, and it's a nice place to bring our cohorts, our participants. They are from all over the world. We bring people in from all over the globe, and this is just a great location. So it's great to come to Little Rock. We see these in Austin and Boston and San Francisco. And it's a little more, in our opinion, difficult to be focused, right? It's focus here, and they can go through this intensive 12-week program, and a lot of banks that can participate here as well. So we get local banks and other banks come in from all over the country.
And that helps vet the process, basically. I know talking to some of the FinTech participants in the past, they have liked the fact that they can see a bank CEO, they can see a chief product officer for a company, they can visit with a Warren Stevens of Stevens Inc. I mean, they say we would not get that in New York City, we would not get that in Boston, Massachusetts.
And that's really about focus and having access to that group of companies and group of mentors. So that's one of the things, what I talked to, actually met all of the participants last night. And what I told them is that you have to describe a vision to the banks that we're talking to that is a really world-changing vision, but you have to understand that you need to deliver incremental capability to them as well. And so having that direct contact with those bank CEOs, CIOs, people on the front line, they'll get that, well, this is the value that we can deliver, and this is how we can practically deliver that within the bank infrastructure.
Yeah. I asked this question out of ignorance. Has FIS invested in some of the companies that have come out of this program before?
So as a participant comes in, we have a small investment that we make. That investment really helps them through the 12 weeks, so we give them funding through that. We will take a small piece of equity as a part of that. And then we've had several that we followed on and invested in as well out of the last 2 years. And we anticipate that will probably happen this year as well.
Or you might not be a sponsor if that wasn't the case.
Exactly.
Tell me what types of products and services we can kind of see. I know that that's a very broad question, and there are a lot of things that kind of fall into this FinTech category, but just for people to get an illustration, pick one or two that would be something in every person could understand.
Sure. So one example, I think it's a great example, is when you pay at a retailer and you pay with cash, you get change back. And one of the participants we have in the accelerator has a great new application and a great payments process that can have that change go virtually into an account that you can then leverage for other uses. So I give you $20, maybe I get $8 back, that $8 goes into my virtual account. That's an example of a payment solution. We look for technologies as well, not just products, because what we find is when you're so early in the life cycle, it's really tough to say this is a product. So we look for great technologies with a product idea, and what we see is those adapting over time to other uses as well.
And this is not just a bunch of millennials that kind of are going to hole up in an apartment for 12 weeks and go straight to the core. It's a really diverse range of people in terms of age, gender, like you said, from different parts of the world.
International, I think that we have, anyone can be an entrepreneur. You don't have to be a millennial, certainly, or Gen Y. So we see a wide range of startup participants, some that have finished their careers and now starting up and have a great idea and a great level and breadth of experience. And we certainly see some young participants as well. And, I think we have people from several countries this year.
We'll find out more tonight when it's all revealed here.
When we're ready to announce.
All right, last question for you. It's a chicken or the egg question. Kind of, does the FinTech Accelerator program exist because disruption is happening, or is disruption happening because there is this type of thing taking place?
Yeah, I think that disruption has happened, and I say this to our customers and our prospects all the time, that you are being disrupted, right? Banks and really the economy in terms of new applications and new ideas, and whether it's cryptocurrency or blockchain or new ways of doing business. And so it's embracing that, understanding how it can fit in their business models, and creating an ecosystem. So we think that the bank is core, and there will be a lot of other applications. Just as we're a big provider of technology, we won't be the only source for our banks for technology, and that's what we're trying to create, is an ecosystem of great new ideas that really disrupt and help the bank become the disruptor and not be disrupted.
He has one of the coolest jobs on the planet. He's the Chief Product Officer for FIS. His name is Rob Lee, and his company, FIS, is one of the main sponsors of the Venture Center FinTech program. Thank you very much for being here.
Absolutely. Great to be here.
All right, best of luck.
Great. Thank you.
All right, thank you for tuning in. That's all for today's program. I'm Roby Brock. We'll see you next time.
Arkansas Electric Cooperative Corporation provides electric energy across 2/3 of Arkansas. This is an exciting time in our energy history, with incredible progress being made in renewable energy and storage technologies. As our energy portfolio continues to diversify, we'll maintain an all-the-above strategy to provide reliable and affordable electricity. Ever since the first light bulbs were placed in our members' homes, the electric cooperatives have been the solutions provider for our members, and we want to continue that well into the future.
Each day, the promise of our nation begins again. Arkansas and America, moving forward. I help make that promise a reality. It's not for everyone, but people everywhere depend on us.
Oh, I love you too, sweetie.
Trucking delivers, or everything stops. And that's what drives me.